playing all over the globe, really. Getting to meet different people, being a part of different communities was probably my favorite part. My wife Brittany and I, we have dear friends in different continents, and we respect all these different cultures. And I think that was the coolest part, was just being a part of the community, being a part of the culture, and having great respect for the culture and picking different things and the way different cultures do things. It's so fascinating and interesting. And, I feel like I'm just so much just in a better place, mentally, spiritually, everything. I think my wife would agree, having, had that experience, and it was a lot of fun. We had a blast.
Speaking of your playing days, man, you went to Cornell, played there for a few years. You left that program as the all-time leader in three-pointers made. Do you ever use that as a trump card on your players? Like, yeah. I could still outshoot you if I wanted to.
Well, it's kind of like the proof is in the pudding, right? So what I like to do is get out there, and then it's like, hey, can you outshoot me? Then show me. Right, so we've got a drill, like a consecutive make drill. See how many shots you can make without missing 2 in a row. So right now I've got the running high score at 98. Whoa. So we need a guy to crack 50 before we start talking about outshooting me. But people say, are shooters born? Are they made? But I think regardless, it starts with work, right? You've got to be willing to put in the work. But it's not just about reps. It's about high quality reps, good reps, game speed reps. Ultimately, you're trying to prepare yourself for the moment, when you have to make that shot and knock it down in the game. And I think that's what the great ones are able to do.
If we could get a little bit more micro, what is one of, or maybe a couple of, the main tenets of your coaching philosophy?
Yeah, so there's really 3 elements to it, right? And when we talk about like the developmental piece, we want to focus on 2 sides of that coin, right? There's skill acquisition, skill application. We want to help our guys become better ball handlers, passers, shooters, things like that. But at the end of the day, the biggest key is taking that skill that you worked on and perfected and knowing when and how to apply it, right? So the skill application is the decision-making component, right? And within that, we talk about reps and decisions, right? It's not just about how many reps have you gotten, it's also how many decisions have you made. We talked previously about shooting, for instance, right? So yeah, you've got to water the plants, you've got to knock down your, 1,000 shots, a week or whatever it is. And, you really want to do that, and game speed and all those things. But at the end of the day, you've got to read a closeout. You've got to know sometimes when to shoot, when not to shoot, how to make your decision prior to that closeout arriving, right? So we can continue to play dominoes and create an open look for you. But sometimes knowing when not to shoot is just as important as knowing when to shoot. And it goes back to that through the legs, crossover move, whatever it is, we can show you that move. You've got to know and understand, okay, I'm trying to get my guy. The weight shifts to the left. Now I need to use that counter move. And then we need to understand how the defense rotates, right? Which is that kind of that third element, which is if I go here and that defender goes there, that's the open pass. But then now, who's going to run at the open guy? Who's the next defender? How can we attack that, close out, reshape the floor? I almost view it like soccer in a lot of ways. We're kind of continue to manipulate space until we create an open shot. And then at the end of the day, right, hopefully we can, have one domino fall, make several quick decisions, and get to an ultimate result of, a rim attempt or an open rhythm catch and shoot 3 off a swing, things like that. And when we do those things, I know good things are going to happen for our team offensively. And what we want to do, conversely, is build all of that stuff into our skill development, our player development, and try to help these guys perfect the reads.
To the rim, that's a big basket.